Hot Springs Village Inside Out is a closer look at the largest gated community in North America, spanning 26,000 acres in the Ouachita Mountains in south central Arkansas. Join me, Randy Cantrell, and some occasional guests as we explore Hot Springs Village Inside Out. McGraw Realtors, located in the heart of Hot Springs Village, is the fastest growing real estate office with over 30 agents and staff. Executive brokers Lori and Ken Henderson, along with realtor and waterfront specialist Rick Marshall, they're eager to share the special features of Hot Springs Village with you. For a complimentary relocation packet, call Ken and Lori at 501-276-3018 or call Rick Marshall at 501-601-RICK. They are McGraw Realtors of Hot Springs Village. Renaissance Homes builds spec homes ready for sale and custom homes. Brandon Tedder and his team make the process easy. Renaissance Homes incorporates solid construction methods from the ground up. Brandon is a certified green builder. With a fixed price approach, detailed spec sheet, you'll know upfront how much it will cost. Every job has a dedicated project manager and an in-house design expert. From permitting to landscaping, Renaissance Homes is the preferred builder headquartered right here inside Hot Springs Village. Welcome back to Hot Springs Village Inside Out, where we explore the people, the places, and the possibilities of life inside and just outside America's largest gated community, Hot Springs Village, Arkansas. Hi, my name's Randy. Glad that you're walking this trail with us today. We're going to be talking about something that comes up almost in every conversation I have, especially with new residents. Why did you choose to retire here, and how did you find the place? So today we're going to count down the top 5 reasons to retire to Hot Springs Village. Doesn't matter if you're planning your move, you're just curious what makes this place so special. You want to come and visit, and you'll see the pumpkins here on the trail. As we hit the record button on this walk, it is just prior to Halloween, so there's a crispness in the air. I think that you'll see there are so many people who visit here one time and feel compelled, just as Rhonda and I did, to come back and visit again and visit again. Now, some people do come and visit once and decide immediately, okay, this is where we want to be. That was not the case for me and Rhonda, but that's just not where we were in life at the time. We weren't thinking about retirement. Frankly, we're still not thinking about retirement, but we are at that age. So let's go through these reasons. Number 5. Yeah, we'll do it backwards. We'll count it down. Reason number 5, just you're looking at it. You are looking at it. Hot Springs Village sits in the Ouachita Mountains. We are in south central Arkansas. This is a region that is full of, I would call them rolling hills. Tall trees, bunch of pine trees and others. Today, we've not had that much rain, but it's coming. And so there's a substantial amount of water. And it's great when, the creeks and the streams are running and the lakes are, overflowing. There are spillways, and so the lakes are regulated, but we have 11 of them. Now, admittedly, some of these are kind of really, really large ponds, but we've got some. The largest lake is Balboa. It's over 900 acres, and then we've got a few others that are in the 300-acre range. But each of these lakes has its own character, and each of these lakes, with the exception of Lake Lago, there are waterfront properties. Lake Lago, it's waterfront, but it's set back further because the POA owns Lake Lago. It is the water supply for the village. But they're all gorgeous. You can fish for bass in Lake Balboa. Well, you can fish for bass in any number of the lakes, but a lot of pontoon cruising of the lakes. And these are not, If you are in a metro area and there's a lake nearby, and in Dallas-Fort Worth, we have many lakes around the area, and they are, as you would expect for a city of that size, a metropolitan area of that size, packed, just packed. No, that's not what lake life is like here inside the village. Much, much more tranquil. But this reason number 5 is what you're looking at as we walk this trail. This is the DeSoto Multi-Purpose Trail. I'm increasingly liking this trail more and more and more. It's not completely level, so it's a little bit more of a workout. It is paved. It's one of the few that, this is asphalt, leaves on top of some asphalt. I don't know how these pumpkins got here. Obviously humans brought them, but these are some big pumpkins. I would suspect somebody had to be in a golf cart or something to bring these up here. Yeah, we'll come and visit this guy on the way back. He's resting. It looks like he's been resting for a good long while. Resting with his arm up, waving at all of us who come by. More than 30 miles of hiking trails, just like you're looking at here, that we've kind of through forests and around golf courses and around lakes. And no, it's not unusual to see various wildlife depending on the time of year. We got deer, we got eagles, we got foxes, we got a boatload of squirrels and all kinds of birds. To our left is the golf course, and up the hill to our right are the backs of houses. So those houses have got awesome views. It's this everyday connection to nature, though, that just does something good for the soul. It slows you down. It reminds you to breathe. It's one of the first things that new visitors and residents mention, just how peaceful and how relaxing it feels to just wake up surrounded by trees instead of the sound of traffic. So this is reason number 5, the beauty. Reason number 4, I'll kind of combine these, the lifestyle and the amenities. So many people say, retirement doesn't mean just sitting still, at least not here. You can, but this is an active community. This is active living. We have 9 golf courses. Each has its own kind of unique thing. I'm not a golfer, but I've talked with enough golfers. They are not all created the same. They're not all equal. One of these 9 is Diamante. This is the country club. This is a super nice course. They're all nice. Some are admittedly, based on what the golfers tell me, some are a bit more challenging than others. We've got tennis courts, we got pickleball courts, we got lawn bowling, we've got a fitness center, the Coronado Fitness Center. As far as clubs and that sort of thing, I don't know. I think at last count there were somewhere between 200 and 300 different clubs. There are art clubs, there's photography clubs, there's woodworking, there's quilting, there's sewing, there's the theater group that performs at the Woodlands Auditorium, hundreds of social clubs, hundreds of organizations. And if you have a hobby, I can almost guarantee you there is some group for that hobby. And so it's very easy to stay engaged here. It's very easy to also try something new. It's very easy to be here and to keep learning or to learn something brand new, because everybody here mostly is at a similar stage of life. You're going to find some people with shared interest, and you're going to find people who are eager and willing to connect. So that's reason number 4, is the lifestyle and the amenities that are associated, with that lifestyle. Reason number 3 might be one that you would think would be reason number 1, but I put it at number 3 because of the feedback that I've been given by many of you. So let's talk about money. I mean, it's one of the most beautiful places on the earth, and so you'd think, well, okay, it can't have affordability in its favor as well. Oh, yes, it can, and it does. Now, Arkansas as a state in general has one of the lowest cost of living in the country. If you depending on the surveys and the research that you look at, but there are many, many times that only Mississippi, Alabama, Oklahoma surpass cost of living in Arkansas. And Hot Springs Village benefits from that because, well, we are in South Central Arkansas. Home prices here are often a percentage of what you would pay, especially if you come from a major metro area or if you came from a coastal retirement destination. I'm increasingly talking to those of you that are coming from some coastal area where the cost of homeowners insurance, the availability of homeowners insurance because of hurricanes is driving some people out of areas that once were affordable but now are not. Property taxes here. Property taxes are low. There is no state income tax on Social Security income. And retirement income is I would say is treated very favorably in Arkansas. When it comes to things like utilities and groceries and any other kind of services that you can think of, they are more reasonable than in many places. You can buy a lakefront home. You could buy a golf course home here for far less than, frankly, what a condo might cost you in Florida or in a place like Arizona or even in the Carolinas, and you can still have money left over for travel, for golf, for grandkids, for whatever. I hear this quite frequently. There are many retirees that tell me they didn't have to downsize their life. Now, they may have downsized their home, but they really didn't downsize their lifestyle when they moved to the village. And a number of people report they've had the ability to upgrade their quality of life because the finances, the dollars just go further. Yes, your mileage may vary, but that's reason number 3 is the cost of living. Number 2, the sense of community. You may not think that that's that big of a deal, but man, everybody that I talk to about retirement, especially people who have been retired for any period of time at all, remark about how important it is, and many of them report didn't think about it that much. Didn't think the community would matter that much. And I think the reason for this is pretty simple. We go to work and we've got this work community. We've got our work family, and then we've got our real family. But then when the work family is gone and it's the real family, and then if we retire somewhere that is away from, the tribe, and it's just the two of us, okay, now what? Hot Springs Village is, in my opinion, one of the most neighborly places that you'll find. And we have residents that come here from everywhere. And I mean everywhere. I used to say from all over the country, but we've run into people that have come here even from out of the country. Lots and lots of folks from Texas, understandably. It's a state away. But a boatload of people from Illinois, a boatload of people from California, a boatload of people from Minnesota and Nebraska and Florida and just from all over. And what all of us seem to share is this desire for connection, for safety, for belonging, for our dollars going further, and for this quality of life. These people up ahead, they've got a dog on a leash and they're walking the dog without walking. Yeah, this is one of the trails that you can do this on because it's asphalt. And don't you know they live nearby? So we're going to go take the dog for a walk. So they both get in their golf cart. They put that dog on one of those, those long extendable leashes. And the dog, you can't see the dog from here, but they've got a little bitty dog and he's out in front of them and they're they're moving at slower than the pace that we're walking. So we'll walk a little ways, then we stop. And it's like how to walk your dog without you actually walking. It's a trick. It's a trick. Sense of community. It's really important. And I think as we get older, it may even be more important. You're going to find neighbors looking out for each other. You're going to find people that are willing to help with projects. You're going to see a bunch of volunteering. There's a number of charity things that go on here, and lots of people, are ready to answer the call. Just people being involved. People be involved with everything from animal rescue to veterans groups and anything in between. This village has a built-in sense of respect, a built-in sense of privacy. Yes, there are oddballs. There are ninnies. Every community has them, and we have ours. But by and large, this is a community that I believe has built-in respect and this sense of privacy. But you can be as social as you want to be. You can be as much of a homebody as you want to be. And there is zero pressure. There is just opportunity. And it's one of the things that I love, because I've told you before, Rhonda and I are both more introverted. And, you're not going to see us out and about. It's just not who we are. And there's no pressure for us to be out and about. And if we want to be out and about, we're out and about. And if we don't want to be, we're not. And nobody cares. I've had so many people tell me that they have made more genuine friends in their first year here than they were able to in many, many years from wherever it is they moved from. This comes up way more often than I would have guessed. People who lived in a community, they lived in a neighborhood, back at home for years and years and years. And okay, they knew the people on one side of them. They didn't know the people on the other side of them quite so well. Maybe there was one other person across the street and they kind of sort of knew them. But they come here and they know a whole lot more people. They know a whole lot more people in their little neighborhood than they ever did back home. Sense of community, that's reason number one. Or number two, I should say. Now for reason number one, the quality of life. The quality of life. Now I realize this is kind of all encompassing, but I listed it here because it really is just kind of a combination of it all. If we just take everything that we've talked about so far, and frankly some things that we haven't, the natural beauty, the activities, the affordability, the people, the sense of community, just this sense of peace, of serenity. The place is ridiculously safe and secure. Crime here is, I won't say non-existent, but the number one crime, because of the generation that seems to be the majority of the population here, the number one crime still, according to Police Chief Christy Bennett, is fraud, scamming. People trying to scam older folks out of their money. And of course, it's online. It's done by email, by phone, by text, by, some digital means. And yes, largely these are people that are in a foreign country. But then, the number one kind of on-person crime, sadly, is domestic violence. And don't think domestic violence like you may be thinking about in your neighborhood, a wife beating up a husband beating up a wife, but sadly in too many cases, you've got kids who go off on an elderly mom or dad. Rampant? No, not rampant, but indicative kind of the population, I think. And this place is ridiculously safe, and the numbers are bearing that out. Up until a few years ago, there really wasn't. Thanks to Christy Bennett, she jumped through some hoops and hurdles for us to be able to track our crime stats, and so there's just not. We don't quite have enough time behind us to probably do that as properly as, say, some metro areas or some other communities that have been tracking it for years and years and years and years. But the village is a gated, well-maintained, safe, quiet, secure place. We are about 20 minutes from Hot Springs. We are, let's call it an hour from Little Rock. And so we're close to anything that you could want. If there are not restaurants and concerts and shopping and medical services right here inside or just outside the village, they're not far away. With the closest being Hot Springs, like I say, about 20 minutes away. And let's call that 20 minutes from the gate, because that's the other thing about this place. And it does contribute to the quality of life, but it may contribute to some slight inconveniences. You know, there's 17 miles between the East Gate and the West Gate, or the West Gate and the East Gate. And you can think, well, hey, I'm just inside the gate, so I'm 5 minutes away. No, you're not 5 minutes away. You may be 5 miles away, and that may mean you're 20 minutes away, because we're in the wilderness and there are windy roads around. But if that urban stuff that you think you'll miss, and if you do miss it, you're a 20-minute ride once you get outside the village to get to Hot Springs. And again, you're about an hour from Little Rock. And obviously Little Rock is a bigger place, and so there's going to be more there. But it's available. It's not like you're in the middle of Timbuk3 and there's no stores, there's no nothing around. That's not the village. You can wake up to chipmunks and the birds singing, and you can get out and play around a golf. You can meet friends for lunch or dinner, and at the end of the day, you can go watch a sunset over the mountains or over a lake or over a golf course. It's a slower pace. It's an absolutely slower but active place. This isn't a place to come and live a smaller life. I think this is a place to come and build an even bigger life. I haven't yet met a person who has not said to me, best decision we ever made. And most of them report, wish we'd have done it sooner. Wish we would have come here sooner. I don't know. Rhonda and I, it was a different journey. We came in 2018, in the fall of 2018, we came and visited, and then we came and visited, and during COVID, we really came and visited. And we just spent, any spare time we had, we just came over here until one day we're sitting out on a back deck at the Airbnb where we were, overlooking a golf course, and I just said, I could spend a lot of time here. And she said, yeah, I could too. And for us, that's what started it. That was the snowball that began to go down the hill and build up momentum and steam. And next thing you know, we bought a lot, and we're thinking, okay, one day we may build on this lot. And the next thing you know, see this house online, had Rick Marshall, shout out to Rick, sponsor of the show, and said, hey, Rick, you and Liz go by and take a look at this house and tell us what you think. And the next thing you know, we make an offer and buy the house where we're at right now. So that was our journey. Your journey probably will look different. And that's the other thing, is the diversity of the community. Everybody's got a story. And while there are similarities to all of our stories, perhaps, there are a boatload of differences. And so it's rather remarkable to me that people from all over the country who've been raised in very different environments and have very different experiences and backgrounds, and yet we all love this. We all love this. And that's the reason for these 5, because these are the things that I have found to be common among all of us. Number 5, we love this. We just love this. I mean, what's not to love? So now we're on our way back, and you got the golf course right there. Got a few golfers out. We did this in the afternoon. This is another great thing. It's about 5:00, and I tell Rhonda, I said, well, too late to go walk somewhere? No, let's do it. And so we hop in the car and we drive a short distance, and we come to this DeSoto all-purpose trail because Rhonda wanted to see. She knew that people had put pumpkins and things out, so we just kind of wanted to see it. So this was the trail that we picked. But this natural beauty is reason number 5. And not every place looks like this. And beauty, I agree, is in the eye of the beholder. But for those of us that like trees, my hand's in the air, and mountains, hard to beat. Reason number 4, the lifestyle and the amenities. So if you want to sit still in retirement, here you go. This is kind of the stuff that Rhonda wanted to see. If you want to sit still in retirement, come here. You can sit still all you want. Want to come here and play golf every day? You can do that too. Want to come here and get on the water and fish as often as you want? You can do that too. Want to play tennis? Want to play pickleball? Come on down. It's all available. Reason number 4, the lifestyle and the amenities. Reason number 3, it's big. It's big. And I realize for some of you, it may be number 1, but that's the cost of living. The state of Arkansas is still, I haven't seen a list in a long, long time where Arkansas does not make the top 4, maybe top 5. And we're not talking a big, big gap. We're coming up on our bench sitter who waves at everybody as they're coming and they're going. Yeah, somebody went to a lot of trouble to haul these. I mean, these pumpkins these are big pumpkins. These are big. Yeah, Rhonda's like, those pumpkins, it's like $5 a pumpkin. And I'm sitting here not thinking about the cost. I'm thinking about how heavy they are. And I'm thinking, nope, people did not carry these. They didn't load these up in their arms and bring these. They had to have a golf cart or something bring these. But cost of living is number 3. The place is ridiculously affordable. Reason number 2, sense of community. People. The people matter. We got these 3 guys hanging out on this dead tree that fell over. There's a big sense of community here and friendliness, and it's prevalent. It will be prevalent when you come and make your first visit, I promise. Sense of community. And reason number 1 is the quality of life. Quality of life, which is really just a hodgepodge for basically everything that we've said. Whether you want to do what I do and go out and sit on the back porch in the morning or in the afternoon or at midday, I mean, just any time's good. And just sit and just listen, and just watch. In the summer when you want to watch the fireflies, it's all good. It's all good, but it contributes to this whole quality of life and the fact that we've got a safe, secure place to live. We don't worry about nefarious characters. Are there some here? There are, but we've got a good police force and they do a really good job. It's just a slower pace of life. And I'll reiterate, it is not a smaller life. Many of us will tell you that we are able to live a bigger life here than maybe we have lived ever, and maybe than we have been able to live in a long, long time. We've got this one ghost. I thought we'd see more of that, but there was only that one hanging there. And I'm like, as easy as that is to create, you would think there would have been more of those, but we just had the one goblin there kind of guarding the way. Again, we were on the DeSoto multipurpose trail. We didn't walk at all because we didn't want to interfere with the golf cart dog walkers. That's not something you see all the time. You do see a lot of folks walking their dogs, but hey, I respect it. I mean, how lazy do you have to be, though, that we don't want to go walk with the dog. We just want to walk the dog. So he was out front like a boxer with a car behind him. Although I think boxers, they trail a car, don't they? Well, we're at the end of the trail. Getting there. The good thing about this trail, one thing that I like a lot of things about it. There's a lot of water around it, so there's a lot of streams, and when it's after a rain, it's glorious. It really is glorious. But I also like the fact that it's not completely flat. Now, it's not challenging in that you need hiking poles or anything to walk it, but it's got some hills. It's got some inclines, and so yeah, it'll give you more of a workout than, say, a Cedar Creek Trail, which is all very flat. So this one is a little more hilly, and I like that. But again, because it's paved, super safe. So there you have it. Natural beauty, lifestyle, and amenities, cost of living, community, quality of life. 5 powerful reasons why people come to Hot Springs Village, Arkansas. And I hope you'll be next. Go to the website, hotspringsvillageinsideout.com. That's the website. My name is Randy. I appreciate you taking this hike with us. Hope you'll come and visit. Till next time, we'll see you. Thanks for watching Hot Springs Village Inside Out. You'll find all our episodes at hotspringsvillageinsideout.com or on YouTube.